What's going on, everyone? Today, I wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which we all know is going to come out eventually, whether it be next year or the year after. We know we're getting it. And what I wanted to start off with, actually, is as you can see right now, I've got gameplay of SHAREfactory versus up. And the reason for that is because I wanted to talk about Xenoverse's graphics. Now, I didn't necessarily have like a problem with the graphics. They were good. They were good, don't get me wrong. But I wanted them to look just a bit better. Like, to me, my favorite Dragon Ball Z game will always be Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. It was the closest thing we had to, another Tenkaichi game, playstyle wise. Characters, it was pretty good. Nice size roster, but the thing that stuck out most for me in that game was the graphics, because they were absolutely beautiful, and I wasn't necessarily blown away by Xenoverse's. They were good, but not great. You know what I mean? So, as you can see, for J-Star's Victory Verse, the graphics are beautiful, they're just amazing, colorful, vivid, everything. And it's also very similar for those of you who know what Zenkai Battle Royale is. They look pretty much identical to that. I think they're exactly the same, actually, now that I think about it. But that's not all I wanted to talk about. The other thing was, the whole point behind Xenoverse is, like, what if scenarios. Like, okay, what if, Raditz were to dodge Piccolo's attack and Goku died instead, which we did see. What happened if Nappa went Great Ape along with Vegeta? We saw that as well. But there's so many other gaps I felt were in Xenoverse, and a lot of what if scenarios weren't explored, because there's honestly so many what if characters we could have had, like a much bigger roster. I wanted an enormous roster. Hopefully for Xenoverse 2 we get that. We can have, a roster bigger than Tenkaichi 3, because that's honestly what we all want. So I think the things that need to be explored, personally for me, would be like, what if Goku hadn't have hit his head? What if he would stay evil? What would have happened there? Obviously, Raditz would have still came, and they could have twisted it a bit and said, oh, he decided not to destroy the Earth because, he saw Chi-Chi and he wanted her, and he enslaved the world for her instead, or something like that, and that's how they still have Gohan. He's, raised like a Saiyan would be. I think that could have worked out, because there's always gonna be that what if Goku was evil, because we never know what could have happened. So I'd like that to hopefully be explored. Also, another thing too is, I don't know if any of you have played or even heard of a game called Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai. It was a PSP game, really fun actually, and they did make a sequel to it. And that game also had a lot of what if scenarios. I didn't play the second one, but I read reviews on it and things and what it was about. And basically what happens is, in future Trunks' timeline, Majin Buu wakes up, and naturally Trunks, who hasn't even gone Super Saiyan 2 yet, wouldn't have been a match for Majin Buu at all. Not even the Fat Buu. Like a pointless fight. So he comes back to the timeline we know, and he asks Goku and the others for help. Now you'd think it'd be simple, like, okay, Goku, all he's got to do is just destroy Fat Buu, or they could even send Gotenks, or even Vegeta could do it, because everyone is like ridiculously powerful. They've beaten Kid Buu and everything, but obviously more than that happens. So that what if scenario could be explored, which hopefully would give us access finally to Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, because I've seen videos from Dragon Ball Heroes, which is a Japanese arcade game, where Trunks goes Super Saiyan 3. He comes back from the future, and he sees Majin Buu in the street, who's wreaking havoc in his own timeline. He goes Super Saiyan 3 to fight him. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want to play as Trunks Super Saiyan 3. Trunks is my second favorite character. Another character I want back would be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, because I still think it was not necessarily fair that Vegeta couldn't go Super Saiyan 3. I mean, he skipped it, which, you know, kind of, I guess you could say, makes him a badass. It's like, oh, he doesn't even need Super Saiyan 3. But at the same time, I would have liked to have seen him go Super Saiyan 3 in the show, but the character I would still like to have in the games. Having him in Raging Glass 2 was great. Broly, Super Saiyan 3 as well. Now, the thing about Broly is, he used to be ridiculously OP, but he honestly, in my opinion, got majorly nerfed. Where before, if any of you actually have played Budokai 3, and if you played through Goku and Vegeta's story enough, there will be another story arc that starts up if you don't, you know, go to all the main little red dots or whatever. And Vegeta and Goku feel a power that's eclipses Kid Buu's. And so if you're Goku, Vegeta will say, you know, go take care of it. I got Kid Buu. So when you go to the mountains to figure out what that power is Broly. So at one point, Broly was more powerful than Kid Buu. But now, the way he's described is he's basically a maxed out Super Saiyan 1. So realistically, if Gohan, you know, as a teen, from the Cell games went Super Saiyan 2, him and Broly could actually go one-on-one, and Gohan would most likely possibly win. Well, in my opinion at least. But if Goku, you know, were to go Super Saiyan 2, that for sure, you know, would beat Broly. Because if he's only a maxed out Super Saiyan 1 and Goku's already at the next level, it's like, well, you know, hey. Other characters, though, like, a thing I appreciated, actually, was Bardock being able to go Super Saiyan. Because we've seen it happen, but only in, like, this like little clip that was on YouTube where he goes back in time instead of dying from Frieza's supernova, and he fights one of Frieza's ancestors, Lord Chilled, which I thought was pretty cool, honestly. But I like the fact that they included him as a Super Saiyan. It's another what if thing. It's like, you know, what if he could go Super Saiyan? And but there's a lot of other what if storylines that I'd like to see. I don't have a lot of time for this video, but I will probably make another one just purely off storylines that I'd like to see. But the few that I mentioned are ones that I would definitely like to see. Other things I want to see return to Xenoverse 2 is character creation, which, you know, hopefully we can just upload our character. Maybe if there's some way we can do that. But I want a more in-depth character creation, way more in-depth than what we got. More story, I mean not story, sorry. More, what is it I'm trying to say? Like, more in-depth, you know, more hairstyles, and I want our characters to actually be able to talk, you know, rather than have our characters be basically like mute, but only say, you know, the names and the moves that they do, like the Kamehameha Wave and Final Shine Attack. I want there to actually be, you know, conversations from our characters. The free roam, well, not really free roam, but I guess you could say free roam, actually. You know, that was pretty fun, but I want there to be more places than just Toki Toki City. Like, you know, maybe a teleporter that can let us go to West City and Capsule Corporation. And, you know, even the area where Goku lives, Kami's Tower, you know, a little bit more to explore. I definitely like to see that. And also, as far as our characters go, you know, like our Saiyans, I felt like, in a way, our characters were at a bit of a disadvantage if you think about it, because, you know, they could only go to Super Saiyan 2, and here's Goku with Super Saiyan 3, and then there was Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So, I would like our characters to actually be able to go higher than just Super Saiyan 2. Sure, the, you know, hair mechanics, it would be a bit difficult, but I want that feeling of, like, I have a complete Saiyan, you know what I mean? Like, I want a powerful Saiyan. I like my character, I do, and, you know, the transformations I have the Super Vegeta 2 transformation, which is pretty cool to me, but I would like more for our characters, you know. we probably won't get anything like Super Namex or anything like that, but you know, I just want more for our characters. And I'm actually running out of time, so I am definitely for sure gonna make a second video. So stay tuned for that. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.